I know you guys read the title. You know why we're here today. We have to talk about the bounty hunter, the one with the most aura, the menacing villain also known as Lockdown. This man was straight up disrespecting every single Autobot in Transformers Age of Extinction. But before we jump into this banger, I need you guys to do me a small little favor and smash that subscribe button as hard as you can so you do not miss any more Transformer videos, because it is free to subscribe. And with that out the way, let's get into it. So the scene kicks off with the Autobots storming into the KSI facility so that they can rescue Cade Yeager after he got captured by the feds for keeping Optimus Prime in his barn without their permission. And you could tell that the Autobots were not playing around when it came to the humans, because they were running up the stairs mad angry like they were Bowser or something. They had all the workers slipping and falling, and I know they were confused as to why there were 10-foot robots running around their building. They probably thought they were in a nightmare or something. So meanwhile, Cade Yeager is being interrogated by Lockdown's #1 glazer, talking about, "Who do you think I work for? I'm trying to protect your family. I'm trying to defend the nation." And Cade Yeager instantly knew that this bum was trying to manipulate him into thinking that he was a good person, cause he's like, "Trying to protect my family? Didn't you just try to kill my daughter like 30 minutes ago?" He knew that this man was capping hella hard. You could just tell by Cade's face he wanted to throw hands for stealing his property and putting it up for sale for $20 and a nickel. Do you know that Lockdown gives me foot rubs before tucking me into bed every night? You wish Optimus would give you the exact same treatment, don't you? And Cade just heard what this freaky old man just said, and he's like,
"Weird, buddy. You're weird."
And then all of a sudden, Bumblebee uses a helicopter to make his way up to save Cade. And I know I'm not the only one that caught this small detail, cause bro really tried running away but tripped on the floor and act like we would not notice. "I fallen, and I can't get up, head-ass." And this man starts telling the Autobots to stop because it's company property. But then Optimus Prime is like,
"Shut your lameness."
and Optimus definitely saw that boat-like Bumblebee that they were making off of Timu and called it Stinger, cause he's like,
He copied my whole flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
"You want to be us so badly, but this is our property that you took from us." My guy still did not learn his lesson after half of his building got destroyed. Like, dog, that right there should be a clear sign to freeze and listen to Optimus Prime. But nah. This man tries arguing with the Autobots, talking about technology is evolving, and if we don't do it, then someone else will. Like, bro, he really thought he could make rip-off versions of the Autobots and get away with it. And Optimus heard what this man just said, and he got mad angry. He was not trying to hear this nonsense anymore, cause he starts crashing out and breaking glass. And then Mr. Clean turns his head around and he's like,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
So Optimus Prime tells the Autobots to roll out and to leave the KSI headquarters before they lose their temper completely. So they make their way out of there, but then we see the Ops plotting something nefarious against the Autobots, planning to get it back in blood, because obviously they're not gonna let the Autobots destroy their property without any consequences. So Unk starts telling Mr. Clean that it's finally time to release Galvatron out of the facility to fight against the Autobots, and as soon as bro told him that this is a CIA military mission, you could tell that he was not made for this. Like, they even had Jack Harlow on the side in pure distress looking at Mr. Clean, knowing that a whole war is about to start. They knew that this fight was over before it even started, like Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. And Mr. Clean was actually confident that Galvatron and Stinger would actually stand a chance against the Autobots, cause he starts talking about,
"Let's show these alien terrorists what an upgrade looks like."
nah, cause this man really tried his hardest making Galvatron look like it's vicious. My dog, this is a normal UPS truck. By the way he was talking, I thought he was about to unleash a Bugatti or something. Like, this is not an upgrade. This is a complete downgraded version from Megatron straight off of Wish. Like, I bet this guy sells fake AirPods online and tells people they're real. Stay away from this man at all costs. He's a scammer. And ladies and gentlemen, before the real fight actually starts, might as well hit that subscribe button if you made it this far. So Galvatron rolls up on Optimus Prime to run the fade. And yo, we're not serious right now, cause I really thought Galvatron would be some sort of prodigy, because the moment he transforms, he crashes into a vehicle. Nah, cause how are you a transformer but don't know how to transform properly? This is sad to watch, I'm not even gonna lie. And to make matters even worse, this man Galvatron starts malfunctioning and breaks two cars by splitting them apart. Like, bro, whoever programmed this robot needs to be fired immediately because the target is not regular civilians, it's Optimus Prime. Like, whoever is controlling Galvatron must be off of perk 30 right now. Like, even Mr. Clean was standing there questioning what was going on with Galvatron right now, cause he asked one of the workers if he was programmed correctly, but this man really tells him this.
You are programming this, right?
Yes. Mostly.
You could tell by his face that he wanted to smack the living goofy out of this man, cause he probably wasn't telling him the truth as to why Galvatron was acting up and doing weird things that he wasn't meant to do. And Galvatron was out here looking like LeBron James at the 3-point line, nothing but straight misses, because this man Galvatron fired at least half of his rockets but managed to land none of them on target. Like, I know Megatron was watching Galvatron's terrible performance down in the grave like this.
Roderick, can you explain what you're doing in this photo?
That's not me.
That's not you?
Nope.
Like, these boys were straight up selling the entire team because they really misfired 4 rockets somehow. Like, you know it's bad when Optimus didn't even have to move his truck to dodge the bullets. He wasn't even sweating a little bit. And all types of action is unfolding on the highway, which inevitably causes 2 vehicles to collide together. But then Optimus and Bumblebee, being real ones, jump into the air and save these humans in slow motion. And I think that this is the first time I've ever seen the cameraman not having an aneurysm while holding the camera in a film. I mean, we all do remember how hard the camera was shaking in Revenge of the Fallen. But anywho, this was pretty fire. Seeing them flying over the bridge in 0.5 times speed had me in my chair like, so Bumblebee hangs over the bridge with his shiesty on and everything. You cannot forget about the drip, always gotta have it on. And he shoots it at Galvatron, and at first I thought he got turned into straight Lego pieces from the impact of those rockets, but he suddenly reverts back to his original form. Had Bumblebee mad shocked like he's seen a ghost or something. Then Galvatron proceeds to fire some rockets at Optimus, but all it does is damage the roads and cars, hitting everything except Optimus Prime. Like, Galvatron letting off all of this artillery, I would think he lands at least one of the 50 rockets that he launched. Like, the person who's in charge of controlling Galvatron needs to get his eyes checked, because I don't know what he's aiming at. So Cade and Shane jump out of Optimus Prime before they get turned into ground beef like Kevin Durant's hair, and they roll onto the ground successfully without getting their arm or limb blasted off, which is actually pretty surprising. And bro, this is where Optimus Prime starts cooking up like he's 2022 Lionel Messi at the World Cup, because he hits the iconic Winter Soldier recovery pose and then puts on the shiesty, getting ready to handle business with Galvatron in a 1v1 street fight on the highway. And when I was watching this movie, I kid you not, I was ready to punch a hole through my screen, because tell me why Shorty is crawling backwards like she's a Call of Duty zombie. Like, I'm actually getting pissed off commentating over this. Bro, if you don't get back up off of the floor and skedaddle back to safety, like, what is she even doing on the ground? Optimus and Galvatron were going at it, and she's just sitting there watching like she has front row tickets to the fight. Like, his dad is really out here yelling his lungs out, trying to communicate to his 20 IQ daughter that she needs to get back on her feet and run for her life. And it's about time Shorty finally starts using her ears for once, cause she starts running towards the field, but then we see Optimus in the very back get tumbled to the ground like a bowling ball. And then Galvatron proceeds to land a clean 360 spinning kick on Optimus, which none of us saw coming from anywhere. Like, bro was really out there moving like Cheng from Karate Kid with those diabolical moves that had Jaden Smith on the floor crying. So Optimus puts his blade inside of Galvatron's chest thinking he did something, but he realizes that it has absolutely no effect on him because Galvatron has nothing in his chest. And I'm just sitting here like, dang, how are you supposed to defeat him? Because even if Optimus somehow chops off Galvatron's head, it's probably gonna regenerate and come back like nothing just happened. And this is where all Optimus Prime fans got on their knees and started crying in tears, because we all know what's about to happen next. It's just tragic, man. Out of nowhere, this man Optimus gets a rocket blasted right through his chest while he's fighting Galvatron. Like, nah, my dog Optimus can never get a fair fight. He's always getting jumped in every situation he's in. My boy can never catch a single break. And I'm just scratching my head right now wondering who just landed that critical hit on my dog Optimus Prime. But it can be none other than Lockdown himself, the dog of all Decepticons. And then Lockdown starts walking down the highway looking mad cold, posing for that new IG flick, showing off his black Air Forces in his gigantic ship in the background like he's a video game final boss character. And Lockdown said he had his Warzone class maxed out with every attachment and grip and scope that you could possibly unlock, cause he pulls out this crazy looking weapon and blasts the life out of Optimus Prime, sending him right to the ground. Like, the Autobots really left my boy Optimus alone with no help. Like, can someone tell me where Bumblebee randomly disappeared? He left Optimus to fight alone this whole time, no backup or anything, just like when he was fighting Megatron in that forest.
Where was you when I needed you?
So Lockdown starts pressing Optimus in his beans and toast accent with his broken teeth, talking about,
Oi, why are you disrespecting me, bruv? My mistake, original gangster. No, this cannot be forgiven.
and yeah, basically the scene ends with Lockdown capturing Optimus Prime and Cade's daughter in this net and taking him hostage in his ship. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to press the subscribe button right now if you guys want more Transformer videos like this. And yeah, y'all can catch me later. I'm out.